Hey guys, it's Kavya here from Edureka. Welcome to today's session on how to become a cloud architect. I hope I'm audible. Give me a yes if you can hear me. Okay, great. So let's get started with the agenda and understand what we're going to discuss in today's session. So, firstly, I will be talking about who is a cloud architect, and then we will understand how to become a cloud architect. We will also talk about why is cloud in such a great demand. Moving on, we will discuss the skills required by a cloud architect. Also, we will understand the roles and responsibilities of a cloud architect. And finally, we will address a cloud architect's salary. And then finally, we will talk about the different cloud architect certifications available in the market today. I hope the agenda is clear. Now, kindly please take up this time to subscribe to us and definitely do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update from the Edureka YouTube channel. Also, to learn more about new trending technologies, visit our page, the link to which is given in the description box below. Now, without much ado, let's get started. Now, firstly, we will discuss who is a cloud architect. A cloud architect is simply an IT specialist who develops a company's computing strategy. Now, the strategy incorporates cloud adoption plans, cloud application design, as well as cloud management and monitoring. Even when you build a house, you consider factors such as the layout, design, number of rooms, the budget, etc. Right? So, in short, cloud architects are professionals who are responsible for creating blueprints of application designs. Now, obviously, these professionals must possess some advanced technical skills and experience in designing applications and systems. Additional responsibilities include support for application architecture and deployment in cloud environments. Also, Fortune 500 companies like Netflix, Tinder, they work completely on cloud. So the cloud architect would be involved in deciding the kind of servers and databases they need, how agile they would be, etc. All of these factors are some responsibilities of a cloud architect. I hope who is a cloud architect very clear to you. They're simply professionals who are responsible for creating blueprints of application designs. Okay. Now, moving on, the next question that arises is how to become a cloud architect. While specifics will depend on the cloud in question, knowing popular languages like Python, Java, Perl, C Sharp will definitely cover your basis for cloud infrastructure and cloud native applications. It is also important to know Go, which is the language Docker and Kubernetes are written in. People who are good in operating system, especially Linux, is definitely an added advantage to them because most of the cloud servers support Linux based operating systems. It is also preferred primarily because it is an open source platform. Also, some of them skill themselves in cloud architecture right after they graduate from streams like computer science and engineering or electronics and communications engineering. And obviously, one of the main requirements would be someone from an IT background so they can work towards becoming a cloud engineer or a cloud architect. In fact, anyone with an engineering background can take the requisite training on one specialty and eventually master in it. Now, these are some of the factors and requirements that will help you become a cloud architect. Moving on, let's talk about why cloud is in great demand. So, there are many reasons to this, but I'll just discuss the main ones. The first one is storage and processing. There are various aspects that cloud computing brings along with it, and one of it is the storage and processing. You can have unlimited storage for data on cloud. Also, unlimited processing can be achieved on a cloud environment. This completely eliminates the disadvantages the traditional servers caused in the past. That is, they were very slow and they had limited resources, etc. The next reason why cloud is in such great demand is because of its low cost. Moving to cloud computing may reduce the cost of managing and maintaining your IT systems. Rather than purchasing expensive systems and equipment for your business, you can reduce your costs by using the resources of your cloud computing service provider. You may be able to reduce your operating costs because the cost of system upgrades, new hardware and software may be included in your contract. Also, you might no longer need to pay wages for expert staff. And also, your energy consumption costs may be reduced because there are fewer time delays. So these are some reasons why your operating costs may reduce if you switch to cloud. The next reason is because of streamlined collaboration. So, cloud applications enhance collaboration by authorizing diverse groups of people virtually meet and exchange information with the help of shared storage. Such capability helps in improving the customer service and product development, and also eventually reduce the marketing time. Collaboration in a cloud environment gives your business the ability to communicate and share more easily outside of the traditional methods. Now, if you're working on a project across different locations, you could simply use cloud computing to give employees, contractors, and other third parties access to the same files that you're working on, right? You could also choose a cloud computing model that makes it easy for you to share your records with your advisors. Example, a quick and secure way to share accounting records with your accountant or financial advisor. So, this is another reason why cloud is in such a great demand. The next reason is control. You have complete control over sensitive data, which is vital to your company. You never know what can happen if a document gets into wrong hands, even if it's just the hands of a untrained employee. Cloud enables you complete visibility and control over your data. You can easily decide which users have what level of access to what data. This gives you control, but it also streamlines work since staff will easily know what documents are assigned to them. It will also increase and ease collaboration. Now, since one version of the document can be worked on by different people, there is no need to have copies of the same document in circulation. The other reason why cloud is in such a great demand is because of scalability and flexibility. I'm sure you must all agree that different companies have different IT needs. A large enterprise of more than 1,000 plus employees won't have the same IT requirements as a startup. Now, using cloud is a great solution because it enables enterprise to efficiently and quickly scale up or down their IT departments according to their business demands. Cloud based solutions are ideal for businesses with growing or fluctuating bandwidth demands. Now, if your business demands increase, you can easily increase your cloud capacity without having to invest in physical infrastructure. This level of agility can give businesses using cloud computing a real advantage over competitors. The scalability minimizes the risks associated with in house operational issues and maintenance. You have high performance resources at your disposal with professional solutions and zero upfront investment. Scalability is probably the greatest advantage of cloud. The last reason is because of its data integrity and security. Cloud computing offers great security when any sensitive data has been lost. As the data is stored in the system, it can be easily accessed even if something happens to your computer. You can even remotely wipe out data from the lost machines for avoiding it getting into the wrong hands. Now, one of the major concerns of every business, regardless of size and industry, is definitely the security of its data. Data breaches and other cybercrimes can devastate a company's revenue, customer loyalty, and brand positioning. Nowadays, cloud offers many advanced security features that guarantee that data is securely stored and handled. Cloud storage providers implement baseline protections for their platforms and the data they process, such as authentication, access control, and encryption. From there, most enterprises supplement these protections with added security measures of their own to bolster cloud data protection and eventually tighten access to sensitive information in the cloud. Now that we know why is cloud in such a great demand, let's move on to the next part of today's session and understand some of the cloud architect job trends. I hope the last three topics were clear to you guys. The first one was who is a cloud architect, and the next one was how to become a cloud architect. What are the requirements and the skills that you need to have to become one? So it's important to understand also why cloud is in such a great demand. Now, moving on, let us talk about the cloud architect job trend roles. Okay, now we all know that there is an exponential growth in the cloud computing industry. So it is no surprise that the demand for cloud computing intellect and skills is also increasing with no slowing down in the foreseeable future. According to Gartner, Talent Neuron, and online real-time labor market insight portal, there are about 50,000 cloud computing positions available in the United States from 3,700 employers and 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh positions open worldwide. So that's a lot of job roles that are available in the United States, right? Also, 86% of enterprises now have more than a quarter of their IT infrastructure running in cloud environments. That is, a full 7% of IT infrastructure is completely involved in cloud now. Rapid adoption also means that companies need employees and candidates with the right skill set in order to drive the future of multi cloud services and infrastructure. Also, it is said that the worldwide public cloud services market will hit about $331.2 billion by 2022. And also, 26% of enterprises spend more than $6 million a year on public cloud, while 52% spend more than $1.2 million annually. That's a great amount, right? Now, by the stats that I just mentioned, we obviously clearly know that cloud is in such a great demand. There's so much of opportunity available in the field of cloud computing. Moving on, let's talk about the skills required by cloud architect. Firstly, I'll be talking about the technical skills, and then we'll move on and talk about the non-technical skills. Now, did you know that as an interconnected world, we create 2.5 quintillion bytes of data every single day? So companies are obviously very eager to draw insights from this information, fueling the demand for professionals with the skills to manage, store, and access data. Now, as these databases are mostly hosted on cloud platforms, this is definitely the perfect time to invest in learning a database querying language and an associated database platform. The de facto standard database language to learn is structured query language. If you also want to develop your skills a little more, you could definitely consider learning MySQL or Hadoop. Now, the developers have the ability to build, deploy, and manage applications quickly, which scale to unlock the full capabilities of the cloud. In the last couple of years, we have seen programming languages like Python, Perl, and Ruby rise to prominence in the cloud ecosystem. Traditional languages like PHP, Java, and .NET continue to be popular, but definitely Python is a great starting point if you're looking to build your cloud programming skills because it is a high level language and it is definitely easy to learn. It also lets you create, analyze, and organize large chunks of data with complete ease. Also, XML with Java programming will help you with data description. On the other hand, .NET is a must-have framework, especially for Azure developers. Now, the demand for cloud professionals with skills in Linux are extremely high right now. There are more than 25% of servers that power Azure, which are Linux based. And this percentage is only set to grow since Microsoft will obviously continue to embrace the open source market. Businesses are on the hunt for professionals with skills to architect, design, build, administrate, and maintain Linux servers in a cloud environment. This is exactly why a good hands on knowledge on operating systems like Linux could really help in this field. Security is becoming more of an essential cloud architect skill than ever. While more organizations are now hiring a separate cloud security architect, having a background in security contributes to end to end cloud security. Identity and access management is also extremely essential. More employees are accessing the cloud directly, as well as knowledge of privacy laws and regulations. Cloud security involves maintaining adequate preventive measures like knowing that the data and systems are safe, tracking current state of security, tracing and responding to unexpected events. The CompTIA Security Plus or CISSP are few of the certifications in the cloud computing world. So this credential is given by the IISSCC Incorporation, and the exam covers knowledge in areas like identity and access management, asset security, software development security, etc. Edureka are official partners with CompTIA Security Plus and offer you a chance to earn a global certification that focuses on core cybersecurity skills. Moving on, networking is another important skill required by cloud architects. Cloud architects tend to have previous experience as network administrators. Dan Korn, executive director of the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, says that the most typical background is someone who's familiar with system administration, who knows how to provision individual servers, and then moves up and begins thinking in terms of fleets of servers instead. Knowledge of deploying and operating different network types, as well as working with software defined networks in general, is a must. So cloud architects basically design ways to make sure the network is responsive to user demands by building automatic adjustment procedures and hence the understanding of networking fundamentals and virtual networks. The next skill is understanding how data storage works. This includes knowledge of infrastructure and hardware, storage buckets, provisioning, and capacity planning, data security, etc. Now, I will discuss some of the benefits of cloud storage. The first benefit is usability and accessibility. Most of all the cloud services come with an easy to use user interface and provide a feature of drag and drop. For example, you can think of Google Drive from Google or iDrive from Apple. They both have a very simple interface and you can easily upload your file on your online drive without any expert knowledge. Also, if you have a saved file in Drive using a mobile device, you can simply retrieve that file using a computer or any other device with internet connectivity. It does not matter where you are right now. If you have a good internet connection, you can access your files which is saved online somewhere on the data centers. The next benefit is security. If anything is associated with the internet, then safety definitely becomes our primary concern. And mostly the big and small businesses use cloud storage services. So before they choose a cloud service for the business, it is really important for them to pick one with a good security system. The cloud storage saves your data across the redundant servers, so even if one of your data centers gets collapsed, your data will be managed by the other data centers, which make your data safe and supervised. Nowadays, all the data that you have on cloud always have a backup, so you cannot lose anything even by mistake. So many of the cloud storage vendors keep the copies of your data at different data centers. In case if it's corrupted or lost, there is always a backup. The next advantage or benefit is it is cost efficient. By only using the cloud storage service, the business outsources the storage problem. By using online data storage, the enterprise reduces the expenses of internal resources. Now, with this technology, the company itself does not need any inner power and support to manage and store their data. The cloud storage vendor handles it all. There are also some cloud storage services which provide a lifetime access for an affordable price, which is a completely win win situation for small businesses and individual users. The next benefit is convenience. Every cloud storage service provides the file sharing features, which helps you to share your file with other users. You can either send a file to another user or invite multiple users to view your data. Mostly all the vendors provide a cloud environment in which two users using the same cloud service can share their data, though there are only a few service vendors that offer the cross platform file sharing features. Another advantage is automation. Cloud storage works like a hard disk on your system, and if you want to store any file in the cloud, it will not temper any ongoing task. There may be more than one user using a cloud storage service, and the current responsibility of one user will not affect the task of another since it is all managed and automated by the cloud vendor. The next important reason is synchronization. Every storage vendor gives the sync feature. Now, with synchronization, you can simply sync the cloud storage data with any device you want. As we have already discussed before, we can access our data from any device and any part of the world, but this accessibility is done with the help of synchronization. With proper credentials, you can simply log on to your subscribed storage service with any device and you will be immediately able to access all your data that you've been storing in your cloud storage. There is no need to copy data from one device to another. All you need is good internet connection to have access to all of your files. The last benefit is it is disaster recovery. Every business has a backup storage plan where they store all the copies of the data. If they encounter any collapse or loss of data problem, they can retrieve data from their backup plan, and that is why cloud storage is the best method to deal with this problem. Cloud storage service provides the best platform for disaster recovery data. Any business can use cloud storage as a data backup storage. So if there is any data loss, the company can simply retrieve backup data from the cloud. I hope the benefits of cloud storage is extremely clear. Can I get a yes from you all if you understood the benefits of cloud storage? Okay, great. That's two yeses. Okay, great. Let's move on and talk about the different types of cloud storage. This is extremely important too and easy to understand. So let's quickly brief up and understand what the different types of cloud storage are. The first one is a personal cloud storage. This is a local network attached storage device that lets users store data, photos, music, videos, and other files, and eventually is optimized for media streaming. So this kind of storage are a way for home users to experience the advantages of high capacity cloud-based storage without losing control of the data. Users can access content on their personal cloud storage device from multiple computers using a web browser, while mobile applications provide access from iOS and Android devices. Files can be shared without using a public cloud service. They have a separate CPU, memory, and operating system, and they can use all of this with the help of an Ethernet cord to plug into a Wi-Fi router. The most basic ones are priced around $150. Okay. Now let us understand the second type of cloud storage, that is public cloud storage. You have likely heard about Amazon Web Services, IBM Cloud, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. These are all examples of public cloud providers. Practically, these providers own and manage all the cloud architecture, that are hardware, software, and other infrastructure, and deliver it as a cloud service over the internet. As an analogy, using the cloud is like living in a large apartment complex. The provider is the landlord, and you and any other businesses or people using their services are the tenants. Here, shared resources enable the provider to offer lower prices. You benefit from sharing the resources of other businesses, since regulation, compliance, and infrastructure investments are likely a better quality than the typical SMB. The public cloud has several advantages. That is, they're highly scalable, they're cost effective, highly reliable, hardly any maintenance, etc. Moving on to the next type of cloud storage, that is the private cloud storage. Unlike the public cloud, the private cloud is used by only one organization. Larger enterprises with mission critical data requiring additional security are more likely to use a private cloud solution. The private cloud infrastructure can reside either on premise or within a third party vendor. Regardless, the hardware and services are dedicated. The private cloud offers numerous advantages that are similar to the public cloud storage. That is, they're highly scalable, highly efficient, they have a better security, and they're also customizable. The last type of cloud storage is the hybrid cloud storage. Like the name suggests, a hybrid cloud converges the public and private cloud solutions into a unique type of cloud storage that offers the advantages of both. Data and applications can move between public and private clouds as needed, offering increased flexibility. Most businesses can use the public cloud for certain aspects of their work, such as webmail, but might need a private cloud for storing secure data logs. A hybrid cloud solution combines both these public and private clouds to create a very unique solution. They offer many advantages, like they have greater control, they're customizable, they're cost effective, etc. Moving on, let us talk about the different cloud service providers that are available in the market today. Amazon Web Services is a cloud computing platform which provides services such as compute power, database storage, content delivery, and many other functions which will help to integrate a business. The next one is Microsoft Azure, which is also a cloud computing service which is used for building, testing, deploying, and managing an application. Google Cloud Platform, on the other hand, is one of the leading cloud computing services which is offered by Google, and it runs on the same infrastructure that Google uses for its end user products. The Google Cloud Platform is basically used for Google Search and YouTube. So the cloud service providers like AWS, Azure, and GCP offer end-to-end services like computation, storage, databases, machine learning, migration, etc. There are several services that they provide. With all of this said, let us finally address the non-technical skills that are required by cloud architects. The first one is flexibility. The cloud will continue to change, as will the skill sets needed to work with it. Staying flexible to new technologies and having the aptitude to pick them up quickly is extremely essential. The next skill required is leadership. Cloud architects are often expected to lead a team. Being able to manage multiple people, handle ideas diplomatically, delegate, and solve problems as a group is extremely essential. Candidates should cultivate leadership skills often and very early. The next skill is business acumen. Businesses is becoming a huge part in how organizations are selecting and shaping the clouds. Being a cloud architect is no longer about just administrating to the cloud, it is also about helping a company in that shaping. The last and the most important skill that is required is communication. There are many stakeholders and participants along the cloud journey, from those who pay the bill to the security team, to the technical team, to those helping to make decisions about cloud vendors. So, cloud architects are encouraged to ask for a seat at the decision making table and be prepared to communicate the design to any stakeholder. Successful cloud architects know how to communicate to audiences with little or no technical knowledge while aligning the recommendations to business imperatives and the bottom line. Now, let's move on to the next part of the session, that is the roles and responsibilities of cloud architect. Guys, if you have any queries, please feel free to ask them along the way. I'll be more than happy to address them. Do you have any? Okay, great. Okay, let's move on. So let's discuss some of the roles and responsibilities of a cloud architect. Now, he or she must be capable of designing and deploying dynamically scalable, available, fault tolerant, and reliable applications on the cloud. That is, they must be able to plan, design, and assist with all cloud environments. They must also understand the concepts and provide expertise on infrastructure and build and release to development teams. The cloud architect also drives the introduction of cloud infrastructure with the company's computing environment. It is the technician's responsibility to support the change and work towards the adoption and ease of use of the cloud technologies. The professional here develops new usage patterns and should also play an active role in the everyday use of cloud services. They ensure that the services keep running 24/7 and address cloud contracts in several ways. The next role is to migrate complex multi-tier applications on cloud platforms. They should be able to handle the smooth delivery of applications on different cloud platforms. The cloud architect will also provide all the necessary and assistance where the cloud services fit in best. This professionally basically puts in place a process to build and assess which applications will access cloud computing. They should also identify any comprehensive risks and come up with a risk mitigation mapping matrix to avoid them. It is also the responsibility to work in coordination with the IT security and risk departments. The architect develops a methodology to automate cloud services and must always make sure that any error will not impact the speed and agility of cloud benefits. And the last role and responsibility of cloud architect would be to implement cost control strategies to ensure maximum cost optimization. So he or she must be able to implement the costs in such a way that they can utilize maximum of their cost and eventually make profits for the business organization. Moving on, let's talk about a cloud architect's salary. That is the salary figures of a cloud architect in two different countries, that is India and the United States. So as you can see that in India, it is rupees 15 lakhs 31,634 rupees per annum. And as you can see in United States of America, it is 154,428 US dollars. That's a lot, right? So this is the average salary in both of these countries. Let's move on and talk about the last part of today's session, that is the cloud architect certification. Now, over the years in the IT sector, understanding of cloud has become a crucial part. Becoming a cloud certified professional will give your career an edge for sure. These certifications validate your cloud skills, knowledge, and expertise to the organizations. So here are some cloud certifications from different vendors that you can opt for. The first one is Microsoft Certified Solutions Expert, Cloud Platform and Infrastructure. The second one is Amazon Web Services Certified Solutions Architect. The third one is IBM Certified Cloud Solution Architect V2. The fourth one is Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Architect Associate Certification. And the last one is Edureka's Cloud Master Program. So Edureka's Cloud Masters program makes you proficient in designing, planning, and scaling cloud implementation. It includes training in Python, cloud computing, AWS architectural principles, migrating applications in cloud and DevOps. The curriculum has been determined by extensive research on more than 5,000 job descriptions across the globe. At the end of this program, you will have a thorough understanding of different cloud services, AWS Architect, Docker, Jenkins, Ansible, and many more. Being a cloud professional requires you to be a master of a multitude of skills, and this program aims at providing you an in depth knowledge of the entire cloud computation system. As you can see on the screen, individual courses focus on specialization in one or two more specific skills. However, if you intend to become a master in cloud computation, then this is definitely the path for you to follow. With this, we come to the end of today's live session. I hope you had a great time in understanding how to become a cloud architect. So, what are you waiting for? Go get yourself enrolled today. Thank you.